Hello, traders. This is Rich from tradesight. Here's a look at our market-leading stocks for the coming session. This is going to be for Monday, October 20th, 2014. Got definitely a downward bias here, even though we've got the averages decently higher on the day. This is expiration Friday, so we're seeing some extra volume, but but the price action relative to where we've been is not that great. You can see that we've got a couple of deviations of the open-close variety to the downside, and we also have some VWAP deviations to the downside. A fair amount of contra candles here where we are setting up on the day, but we're below the day's open. Moving on to the next sector, the financials. Again, fair amount of contra candles to the downside, and just not enough on the buy side to really mitigate that. We're still about half an hour from the close, but definitely not a very positive day. Energy not nearly as strong as it should be. Should be really following through. A lot of these stocks are substantially below their opens. RIG is almost 6% below the day's open. BTU more than 4%. CHK is 3.5%. You get the theme here. They're not holding these gains very well at all. The generals, not quite as bad as the NASDAQ patch, but they are skewed to the sell side here. We don't have as many deviations, but that's fairly typical with these big names on expiration. Housing names is where we're seeing some better strength. Again, Kramer said just last week, let me get his exact quote, "I see no bottom in the housing stocks." So that gives us every reason to go up. And they've definitely been outperforming. And they are the top performing group on the day by far. They're up 3.5% on balance. Transportation, just a little bit sloppy. Not nearly as dramatic as some of the others. American Airlines and some of the other airlines do have contra candles to the downside. And the commodities, still not really playing. Notice the mostly the lower volume here. Alcoa's got an upside CPS. That one's very, very strong today, 4.5% above the day's open. Goldcorp Double G, 3.5% below the day's open, with a pretty good spread below the VWAP. U.S. Steel is also pretty weak and getting weaker at the close. You can see it's almost 1.5% below the day's VWAP, so real weakness there. All right, folks, as always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight.